All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
There ain't no rules.
There is no plan.
No safety net.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Three Noes Podcast.
Oh, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
There we go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Go ahead.
You want to do it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, welcome to the Three Noes Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Brent.
And I'm Lupa.
Still here, aren't you?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of me.
Like a bad
Apparently, I'm like a barnacle.
Like a barnacle.
I was going to say a bad penny, but if you want to go with a parasitic sea creature.
Well, that's how I got started in podcasting. I came for the 5th episode of the movie Madhouse and stuck on like a barnacle. So
Yeah, because somehow you kept getting in the door at Bellamy's place, and we're like, we thought we locked it, and it was like, oh, it's Jason.
No, thin door, easy,
thin door.
easy to push open.
He used a credit card trick. He knew how to jiggle the lock properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Knock on the door. Christina's, oh, they're downstairs. Thank you.
My foray into podcasting. I got voluntold. I went to sleep one night on the idea of a podcast and woke up as a podcaster.
You manifested it.
Yep. No. Wait.
Yeah, she manifested into beautifulness.
Yeah.
She didn't know what a podcaster was, and all of a sudden she is one.
I didn't know what a podcast was, what a podcaster was. I figured it was like talk radio.
It is, essentially.
Yeah.
It is.
So you
They
were
had to
right.
explain it to me, and then I went to bed, and him and Dave chatted, and I woke up the next morning.
I think it was
fairly certain they had a discussion about who was going to tell me.
Were you going out with David?
Nope.
Nope. So that
fell on you.
me. Yeah. So no, it was. I think I ended up telling Dave, yeah, I think she sounded kind of interested. Dave's a signer. I was like, okay.
Yep. So that night,
Yeah,
Mike wrote out the contract and talked to the lawyers.
Did we ever sign a contract? Was there ever a
No,
contract?
there was never,
No?
ever a
No?
contract. It was always like a verbal handshake with Dave. Like, Dave's, you guys are going to do this for me, right? Well, yeah, sure.
That's because he's an honest kind of guy. So.
Yeah.
That's what caused with the kerfuffle with the Madhouse, with that electronic collective, whatever, and Jason Mon.
Yes.
That whole schmaltz. We had no written contracts.
No.
But yet, this electronic media collective felt like we were exclusive to them. But nothing was ever signed.
Oh.
No, like, I think there was that with Bellamy or me talking to the electronic?
I believe it was Bellamy.
Okay, yeah, because he never discussed that with us. Because I think he just like, hell, I'm just going to throw it on a network.
Oh, he mentioned it to us, like, hey, they want to host us too, and we,
Yeah,
well, sure, why not?
Yeah, two was the clue.
Yeah,
Yes.
two means
The word.
also.
Yes.
Right. Because we were already on the Jason network.
Dave came to us.
Well, that's he said he came across your podcast because he didn't even know you then.
Nope.
That's how he met you.
Yeah.
He came across your podcast, died laughing, thought it was a great show, and
never took off. No, Dave jumped on it. He got a hold of me. I don't know how. He
probably Facebook.
It had to have been Facebook.
Must have been.
But he must have like just connected dots and he was like, this guy, I'll talk to this guy. And it was 12 years ago.
Yep. Yeah.
At least 12 years ago when that happened.
It was 6 when the World of Myth Bits started.
Yeah.
And now look where we are. Now I'm dating him.
Now you're dating him. Yeah. Nepotism.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Yep. She's got an editor,
I got my own
editor
show.
position. She's got her own show.
Wait. Editor-in-chief.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If you're going to address Her Highness, you must do it properly.
And you know what? I earned that position. Thank you very much.
By sleeping with the boss.
No.
Work for Chelsea Handler. Why not?
I did not get that position originally by sleeping with the boss.
Another position?
I kept the position. Because originally, you quit.
I didn't quit.
You did. You
I
quit.
taste
I took a hiatus.
I taste blood.
You quit. You quit the magazine in November. He had to take over for December. I got hired for January.
New year, new you. It's all good.
Hey, pillow
No,
talk can be dangerous, all right?
Right, yeah. No, it was. I left the magazine because I was on straight days. It
Yeah.
made it
Yeah, it was hard.
easier.
Yeah.
And then my job shifted my shift schedule, which made it almost impossible from that point on.
You're not working now. You want to come back?
No. I'm enjoying
I'm
my
not giving
free
it
time.
up. I'm not giving it up.
Oh,
Never
No.
going to give it up?
That's the one. Never going to give it up.
Never going to
I'm
let
never
it
going to
down?
let you down.
All right. I'm rewatching Ted Lasso and just got to the Becca's dad's funeral. Where
Yeah.
that song is a big
That-
part of that episode.
Huge song.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
No, not
Ted
yet.
Lasso. You need
Not
to watch
yet.
Ted Lasso.
My sister tried to rope me into the Lincoln Lawyer last night.
Oh, okay.
I told her it was the wrong day to try and do that. I curled up on the little short couch. My sister and my brother-in-law curled up on the big couch. The dog ended up with me, and I'm not even sure we made it through to... You know how they always have a little scene before they do that? Yeah, I don't remember seeing the opening credits.
Cold open. Yeah, there's always a cold
Did
open.
not make it through the first episode. I woke up at one point, and my sister's like, "Why don't you go to bed? You're snoring." I'm out.
the dog follow you?
You're snoring. The dog's farting. No, last night after we spent 6 hours shooting that movie, he said, after I kicked everybody out of my house,
We didn't even make it in the door.
No,
we
no,
got kicked off the porch.
Our planning,
Yeah,
our planning fell through because of the dog.
right? Yeah, the dog was because Mag's up there.
Oh.
So the one that the dog actually cares for
Yep.
is there. So
Oh yeah, because I remember a couple weeks ago we were here and the dog was going nuts, and that's because
That was the first
Mags was
podcast
home.
I was on.
because Mags was home on the outside, and the dog's like, "I want you, I want you, I want you."
yeah,
Yeah, you can translate those barks into "Mummy's home, Mummy's home,
Yep.
Mummy's
Yeah.
home."
Yep.
that and it translates so well into a podcast. So,
A different type of podcast.
yeah. Right. So
Buttons.
6 hours of shooting.
6 hours of shooting.
How do we feel?
You saw the footage. How do you feel?
I'm happy with how it looks like. The sound, there's some of the sound I think might be an issue.
But we can
We can ADR
watch
Yeah.
the scene and then just
Yeah.
Yeah.
redo it. 'Cause we
ADR.
didn't-
Yeah. ADR. So,
Yeah, that's well, okay. That's what
I learned what that meant last night.
yeah.
Because I sent some of the footage that you shot to Dave,
Yeah.
kind of show him what we did, and he seems to think we have movie magic.
It looks good. Like
Yeah.
some of the scenes, like I transferred it out of the cloud onto my laptop. What I did see of it, that 4K at 60 frames per second is so nice. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a massive file when I put this thing together.
But he even said the dialogue, like the ad-lib dialogue, it just worked. It flowed really well. Because I sent him the log scene before the ripped pants.
And before the crinkle bottle?
And before the crinkled
I knew that was coming.
Oh, you're never going to get out of that. That's going to be a long time.
Dude, if Luke's could kill, you'd still be in that fucking forest.
There's one shot that he has that he took of you filming when we're coming down the trail to the log, and we're doing the whole. That looks like a lovely log to sit on, kind of thing.
Yep.
And you're ready to shoot, and he's still talking, and you're just your hand comes back and points. And he's like, instant quiet.
Oh, what can I say? I have that master DP.
Oh, the mascot's coming.
Which one?
We have a mascot?
No.
Yeah, I thought that was you.
No, I'm not the mascot. The mascot's right here. Groot.
You know, the one I'm allergic to.
It's all right. What would it be? What podcast would it be without a few sniffs?
Yeah. Well, there is that.
I'm happy with what we did get. Once I start putting it all together, I'll get a better feel for it. I know I was just thinking about it. We're gonna have to do a pickup in the car, saying that we have to go to the store. You wanted to get a newspaper because we got the newspaper scene, and then the other scenes at the store,
Yep.
and I'm just like, there's no connection from where we were to why.
Yeah, we remember we jumped in the car, and then we were going to film in the car that conversation as we drove to the convenience store, but we eliminated that entire scene.
You're right. And thinking back now, is that we need that connection.
Well, it's hindsight, and the other thing is it's not like it's all to put together and ready to ship out. No. So you can start looking at your footage, see what you need, see how it makes connections.
I also have some more ideas on the science. We can't tell too much about the movie because we'll give it away.
All right.
But I do have some ideas. We do need some sort of footage that we can, as we're doing the reaction.
Yeah.
We need a little bit of explanation exactly what happened.
Like, kind of even if it's just, say, one of the characters.
Wink, wink.
So you or me? Which one of the characters?
We would do both of us.
I was already thinking of this.
Okay.
Well, I want to hear this.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the TV, I'm going to turn it this way, so it's perpendicular.
Okay.
Tell me how you're rewriting my movie.
I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm kidding. It's our movie.
Yeah, wait a minute.
That's
your movie.
Watch this.
The prima donna.
I have video of you saying this was all my idea.
That's true. I did say that yesterday.
Okay, so carry on, Mike. I was kidding. I'm teasing. I'm sorry. You are the best cameraman, director, writer, producer, dude, Brent Wrangler we have. We need you and we love you.
That's right.
It worked.
Know your fucking role.
Brent Wrangler, that was a good one.
I am just half of the talent.
Stroke that ego.
Stroke the ego.
He does have all the footage too. So stroke that ego.
That's true, because what he shot we can't use.
Right.
Because you're in it.
Right. If you really want to go docu-style, that's
the making
I don't even think he's got everything.
No,
No, he doesn't.
No. So
no,
you're going to have a hard time stitching that movie together.
Well, actually, bing, idea, because, I always get those. Entitle it How Not to Make a Movie. And just have the scenes and a voiceover. No, his footage.
Yeah.
His footage, not yours. Not yours.
You are not the first person to come up with that idea.
Oh, no.
I know.
I think that might have been the last idea for how Rob was going to salvage Sumac. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were saying we got completely derailed.
Yeah. Take the TV, shoot from like a security high angle from behind the TV in you guys' face. You push the tape in. Mm-hmm. It rolls. Mm-hmm. You're talking about how to get the thing that Dave made.
Yeah, the logo.
Right. Instead of that, we have a voiceover shows up, voiced by a mysterious California-inflected voice, saying the name of the science lab, the name of the experiment, and subjects 1972 and 1973.
You're 3 or 4?
4.
Whatever.
4. See?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's semantics. That's minor.
Like, hypothetically, there. That way, nobody can steal those fucking...
Subject 33 and 34.
Right.
Something like that, yes.
Right. So, that plays over the security camera looking at you guys. So, we don't even see the screen. We see your reaction. You hear the voiceover.
So, it would be like, subject 74...
subliminal experiment 2 or something.
Exposure to soft pictures.
Yes, just explaining the things that we're
what we're seeing.
To.
And then we could just put in like screams or like
don't even
need that.
Don't even need that. You just need that voiceover, the scientific, the cold
with the pause, but enough pauses in between.
Yep.
Don't need a whole lot of it. You just need to have enough of it to get your reaction, freak out, bail.
Yeah.
Freak out. Slap. Can't take the slap away from her.
Yeah, dude, let me slap him. Let me slap him.
All right.
I know she's anxious for that.
No, I'm not. I'm actually dreading it.
Oh, I'm waiting for it to be 100 takes because she has to make sure she gets it right.
Because you're going to have your glasses on at the time.
That means nothing, okay? I have a history with this.
Okay.
Going all the way back to when I first learned how to be an actor in high school. And in my OAC acting class, we started a program where we did groups, and we went to the local public schools and taught some classes different aspects of stage work or theater work and acting. My group, we decided to teach stage combat. And so we did different things, came in fighting and dragging. I dragged one girl out by her hair and stuff. But we were talking now how to do a theatrical slap. So we did the close hand slap thing. But it said, if you really want realism, just do it. And she hauled off and smacked me.
Okay. See, I learned in theater class how to project, which really sucks for you.
As the itinerant sound engineer as well, I was like, God damn, how am I going to balance this shit?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing your face a couple of times. I wasn't sure what it was, but now that you said what you just said, now I can put the pieces together and it makes sense because I could just see looks
boom
on.
mic would have probably been a better idea, but we don't have one.
Nope.
But we have a sigh. We could have just clipped one of the microphones to the end of the Grim Reaper sigh. Oh man!
And, I do know people. I could have probably pulled in some favors and gotten us a bit of a crew, but we were so intent on doing this like in-house and personal.
Well, let's keep it.
But hold on, you knew we had a week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to overstep either.
This idea, though, 2 weeks. He's had 2 weeks because we didn't come up with this idea last week. We came up with it the week before.
The whole planning of actual shooting was a bit weak.
2 weeks.
Still,
you had 2 weeks.
Yes, I know.
Thanks, Jason.
I will say, I mentioned it to Bellamy, and he goes, you could have called me. Yeah, that's on me.
On the way out to the shoot.
That's on me. That's on me, and that's all. That's
But
still
you know
part
what?
and parcel with my sobriety.
Not
that I'm trying to segue yet. We'll get to that.
All right, okay.
But that is part and parcel with my sobriety.
All right.
Is not wanting to overstep into people, and not wanting to inconvenience people.
How was that an inconvenience?
Exactly.
It would make my life easier.
Do you see the problem with that logic? Yeah. That's where that's all part of the problem.
But it was.
Oh,
But
maybe we should hire Bellamy to edit this.
higher on what budget? Jason's charm. He said he could call in some favors.
Yeah, we don't have that much money.
I don't know about the editing aspect.
I'm just.
He passed he
I
passed
know.
that around.
I'm taking the piss out of Bellamy for his editing.
I'm not sure who actually edited Long Walk Home. I want to think it was the cameraman, Walter from Windsor.
He's the guy with the black magic camera, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. We did the pilot episode for a web series, a Long Ride Home.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing.
Those black magic cameras, man.
Yeah.
And
I know. You said you had, or Dave got a hold of you.
Sent
saying
you that link. Yeah.
I've got the black magic camera app on my phone.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is amazing. And then I go to the black magic camera website and I was like, what else can I get? And I said, here's the basic model. It's like $15,000. Whoa.
It's quite the rig.
Yeah.
It is. It's a nice unit, man.
Yeah.
So for our next movie,
What?
One at a time. Don't count the chickens and all that stuff.
Yeah.
How about this? I'm going to be busy doing editing stuff. You three come up with the next movie. I got a job. Right now, you three are unemployed.
no, we're not. We still have scenes to shoot.
Oh, pickups. That'll take a second.
We still have an entire night scene.
I
I'm
consider those
not
pickups.
saying no, but I'm not actively adding that to my plate right now. Okay, but if the inspiration comes, I will lean into it. It's
all right, Brent. Pressure's on you.
I can write a script.
Why start now?
Exactly.
I can come up with an idea.
Oh, second time out, she decides to write a script.
I have two
Okay.
scripts already mostly written for two other,
Technically, I do too.
but
I have at
we
least
weren't
one.
making a kids movie, and we
You?
weren't making a
No,
werewolf
I don't have
movie.
a script yet
We
Why
weren't
not?
making a werewolf movie.
because I didn't know
yeah?
that I needed to have a script.
Well, guess what?
Different take on it.
I
Comparing-
have two scripts in my back pocket.
So do I.
Well, pull them out then.
One,
Okay,
one is
hold
a
on,
one-man
hold
show.
You've got two. She's got two.
I got 0.
And you better start writing then.
Okay.
Catch up.
Catch up, dude. Come on.
Yep.
Technically, we have 3 because this one was loosely. It'll be written into a script eventually.
Oh, no, it's not written.
You don't write
It will be.
scripts after you film it.
It's transcribed.
This is exactly.
I have. Yeah. Well, we have a. I don't know what I have. Never mind.
A brain fart.
Yes.
No, I
Having a mild stroke today. Brain's not working.
Atta girl.
Yeah, I do have two scripts.
Well, pull them out of your back pocket right now since you have your pockets.
Because I wrote the
Wrong
one that,
pants.
The one that was inspired when we shot out at Bellamy's sister's place in
Yes.
what
Yes.
is
Yes.
that?
Yes.
What is that place? It's not Charing Cross.
Charing Cross.
Past Charing Cross.
Cedar
Springs.
Cedar Springs.
Yes, I was inspired by because she had an old above ground pool, like dilapidated and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And I was inspired for an idea for a short film involving a pit fight situation. But most of it, the dialogue would be just monologue of the main character. It's called By Any Means Necessary.
Yep.
And it's why he does it.
I do remember that.
I have that one, and I have Beans, my one man trapped in a closet.
Yep. And I'm sure somewhere around here.
Beans.
Beans. Because it ends with me saying, I'm grabbing a can of beans, and I walk out. But it's a whole internal struggle thing.
Ah.
I remember that one too. I know if one of these notebooks back here has got a couple of scripts that I've got either half or 3/4 finished. I remember I wrote one. It had a lot to do with some of the cast from Sumac Ditch.
Okay.
And it was a vampire one. Then I found out the girl that I had in mind to play the lead is homophobic to a fault.
Ooh.
Right.
That's
And I'm
not
just
going to work.
Which one was that?
Nasley.
Okay.
So homophobic is afraid of blood?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
That would make a really bad vampire.
Very bad vampire. And like,
Very hungry vampire.
Yeah.
That could be a comedy.
I was just hoping you weren't going to say Wendy. Because
oh, no. No, I had, it was Nasley and, the other dark hair girl.
Kayla?
Kayla. No, not Kayla. Not Nasley. Nasley and,
There was Nasley, Wendy, Autumn, but Autumn was blonde.
yeah.
Kayla. Oh, I can't think of her name. I did that short, the Damaged Goods
Yes.
she was in.
Yes.
What was her name?
Fuck. The one.
Not Corinne. Courtney.
Corinne.
Was it Corinne?
Was it Corinne? God damn it.
Yeah, it's one of the shorts I did for our Life in Stages anthology at JX3. It was called Damaged Goods. We shot it in my basement.
Nice.
And, I got shot in the head.
Yeah, there's a couple bullet holes
Yep.
in that one. Yeah, because there was some, I was doing some BTS stuff, and Corinne. Anyway, she was sitting down, and it was like Kristen was doing the makeup. And she's just sitting there, had her eyes closed, and there's a bullet hole. And it's a fucking graphic bullet hole with blood coming down her face. She's just sitting there like, yep, I'm just waiting for my scene.
Nice. Yeah, the two I have, the one is, and this is trademark title to me.
Oh, now you're going to get all the
Because it's supposed to be.
Here come the NDAs.
You're about
supposed
to
to
speak
be-
it on the Three Nose
I know.
podcast,
I know.
so it becomes a part of our show.
No.
Producing credit at least.
I'm hoping to shop it around, but it's called Miracle Tatum and the Legend of One-Eyed Joe.
Miracle Tatum.
It's a kids movie.
Miracle Tatum and the Legend of One-Eyed Joe.
Yes,
How did Joe
because
only have one
it'll
eye?
be like you know how you have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and this. Well, it's Miracle Tatum, and it's kind of a cross between Indiana Jones meets the Goonies, sort of. It's a group of kids. Miracle doesn't live with her dad. She lives with her aunt. Her dad lives on a farm in California. The family.
I wonder where you're going to shoot it.
The family farm. Well, actually, I have the perfect desert scene, like the area that I want to shoot it in.
Dave's backyard?
By Lucerne Valley. But yeah, it's like it's a kids movie. It's an adventure. It starts out in the 1800s when
It's a really old kid.
Vampire.
no,
Dun,
with
dun, dun. Oh,
with
you just revealed the twist.
with Joe Tatum, who is they rob. I can't speak today.
Come on.
Where they don't even
project, enunciate.
He's a train robber. You know how they used the
Yeah.
guys.
Guns? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's when they were building the trains from coast to coast. They were building the railway set back then, and he ends up, the first bad guy ends up falling in love, and his wife's pregnant. They get married, yada yada yada. Well, then he gets killed. This is the legend of the family of Tatum, the last name Tatum, which I looked up, which actually was a name back in that time in that area. I did some research for this one. I actually did some research. I don't normally. And then the other one that I have is called Sala, The Rising. And it's a new twist on a hybrid vampire werewolf.
An abomination.
So that one would be FX heavy.
Not really.
How do you do a
Just keep
werewolf
the
vampire movie with no effects?
Keep the changes off of
Ginger Snaps.
yeah.
That was a werewolf movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Anyway.
didn't do a whole lot of on-screen effects.
It's been a while. since
It's
I watched
based
that.
off of a Hungarian curse.
Okay.
There
Ginger
is
Snaps was a really cool series.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you that.
No, I was just sorry when as soon as she said werewolf vampire, it just brought back from gaming and stuff like hearing about the abominations and stuff like that.
So we have ideas. So Brent,
Yeah.
come on, catch up.
Okay.
We want 2 finished scripts next week.
Yep.
That's your homework.
All right.
The dead eyes look in his face.
You still trying to find that girl's name?
Yes, I am.
When he gets on a mission, he gets on a mission, and he will find it.
I want.
I will.
I want.
Was it Corinne O'Curry?
Yes, that's it.
So
That's
Nasli was the shorter girl.
Yes.
And Corinne,
She was taller, skinnier. Her and Kayla were best friends in it. Kayla
Yeah.
was a slightly thicker girl.
Yes.
not overweight by any means. And then there was Autumn, who was the shorter blonde.
yes.
And oh god,
The one that was hanging out with D.
They got good memories.
so Sophie.
Sophie sounds no.
But
Anyway.
she was makeup though. I think she was the makeup artist. She wasn't an actor.
Oh, I thought some of them dual rolled.
No.
I thought you said that.
No. Like, the cast was solid. They were just cast.
And then there was Kristen, who was like my kid's high school friend. Like
Yeah.
she was a friend with the boys.
Yeah. Which, if I remember correctly, Bo pissed himself laughing that there were still fucking juice boxes in the back seat of her car.
Yep. She got in a car accident. Like her car went off the road down the
Nasli Suffer.
Nasli, yep. She just got married, I think, recently.
Damn it.
But Kristen, the local girl,
That impacts your movie?
well, her
impacts
car
my
went off
life.
the road down, like into a cornfield, down the road from our filming.
Holy crap.
While we were filming, her car was like totaled, but she did not get hurt at all.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was. She got lucky on that one.
Sometimes you need luck.
But yeah, she was another one in the cast. And then there's Wendy, who we don't really talk about because she became
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. She's gorgeous.
She is.
There is one more. There is another one.
Yeah, she is
another girl in the cast. The one that they filmed the scene in the one cabin, and she was supposed to get topless. And then, as they were getting ready to film, she said she didn't want to do it.
Yes, because that was with
I can't remember who else was in there.
I was shooting that scene Bellamy was in
Yep.
shooting that scene, and Kristen.
Yeah, and I because of her feelings, me and one other person had to step out.
Yeah.
I had to do sound from outside.
Yeah, she definitely got cold feet, and we're like, okay, no problem.
Yep, we worked.
And
That's the big thing. That's respect.
yeah. Well, like I said, you don't if you're shooting this and like the second somebody feels uncomfortable, it shows.
Yeah.
On that camera,
I get that.
and you're just like, nope, can't do that.
No, I get that, and that makes sense. But
And you can see it in even bigger movies where they didn't want to do a nude scene and they're uncomfortable doing it, and they were paid a lot to do it, and they
yes,
still...
they are.
What's Daenerys Targaryen?
her.
Amelia Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was fine with it for the first season or two of Game of Thrones.
That was
but then she said,
full-
I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she didn't.
Which is respectful and stuff like that. But also, it shows it goes from with at least because I know some of the premise. It goes with she gets more power and more stuff like that.
She is the mother of dragons.
Yeah.
Breaker of chains. Blah, blah. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, and once you become that, you don't have to be naked for nobody no more.
Nope. And
She only had to be naked for Jason Momoa.
And that hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
there was a lot of substituting going on both ends of that equation.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That had to be a hard scene to shoot, right?
I heard from a little bit that I read. I heard Jason Momoa was a sweetheart to her in the intimate scenes and stuff like that. He was trying to make sure she felt as comfortable as possible, not make her feel awkward or anything. I'm sort of going, that a boy. That's what you got to do.
If you want to sell the scene, you gotta be comfortable.
Oh yeah, I get that, but no, it's just what I was reading is he wasn't taking it to the extreme, but he was showing her the utmost respect and personal space and anything he could do to make sure she was as comfortable and felt safe, secure, and everything else. He was doing whatever he possibly could.
That's how it should be.
Oh, I
but
get
it
that.
should be on both sides
As
too.
I've heard it, he's got a good reputation, like when he's working, good professional, all that stuff, really good to work with that way. It's outside, when he's a bit of a crazy frat boy at times.
when he's not on, he's way off.
when he's home, he's
I know a guy who has done security for like Fan Expo and whatnot. He's a cop or an ex-cop now, but he's done a lot of work for Fan Expo, and he's told me some interesting things about a few celebrities. And Momoa was the one that he said, yeah, he's like the most annoying fucking frat boy to try and control.
Have you seen the new Tarzan trailer?
There's a new Tarzan trailer.
There's a new Tarzan trailer?
Oh, I mean, I have news that you don't know about. Yes.
Well, it is Tarzan.
Tarzan goes back to the jungle, and Jason Momoa is playing Tarzan.
Well, that's
He goes back to fight. Apparently, from the gist that I get from the trailer, is how they're taking out the jungles and they're wiping out land and bulldozing and all that, taking out the smaller tribes. Well, he goes back to fight for his family, the ones, the animals that he grew up with, the territory that he grew up with. And it's like, oh, it looks good.
Okay, they need to do a big crossover. Tarzan to Return to Fern Gully. Or
that'd be awesome.
Tarzan falls into a time slip and he ends up in the Avatar universe.
and just beats the shit out of all them blue cats. Yes. Yes.
I liked Avatar. I haven't seen the second one because the first one was long enough.
You saw the first one?
Yes.
You saw the second one.
Really?
Just change out a bunch of the trees for water.
All right.
And no, when you said Fern Gully, I remember watching that as a kid. I think I still have the VHS at home.
Yeah.
I love Fern Gully.
Fern Gully was fun.
Oh, I thought it was a really good movie.
They ever remake it, and I will find whose idea it was and send them a nasty... I can't say what I want to do because then I'm putting it out in the universe and it would be classified as a physical threat.
Oh, that's right. You have restrictions.
You're on lists.
I am.
No, I get it. No, it's just like there's just some of those movies like that's where I'm glad some of these like I think it was Back to the Future. This is just what I think if I remember correctly. They're the person who has the rights to it are making sure he goes that there's no chance it's going to get rebooted
Yep.
while
No,
he's
it's
still
always
alive.
Michael J. Fox and
Well, Robert Zemeckis, I believe, does have control on that. He keeps saying that they want a 4. He keeps saying no. The only project he's willing to consider is if they want to do a film version of the musical.
Yeah.
He would be down for that.
But no, I just heard. Okay, so
I haven't seen or heard anything from the musical. I know there's a production of it in Toronto right now.
So I was on base with what I heard.
Yep.
Because
that was just recent that came up again.
Okay, because I knew there's certain ones, like the people who have the film rights. Excuse me. They're like, until I croak and I lose those film rights, you're not getting a reboot, you're not getting a remake and stuff like that. So.
You all right over there?
No, there was a little
bug.
fruit fly.
Oh.
And you have to sit close to the mic, and I just do not want to inhale it up my nose.
Protein.
That would have just been disastrous.
No, but that's the thing, and there's certain ones I think that's really good, and I really like hearing that because I watched it when I was like 10. I watched the first Back to the Future, and I liked it. I need to go back to it because I forget a lot of it, but I remember seeing the first one, and I was really liked it.
The first one's great. Second and third are still really fun. There may not, the quality may be a little bit suffering, but it's still a lot of fun.
It's campy enough to be
exactly
to be good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that is Back to the Future, The Breakfast Club. There are a lot of films in that era
Breakfast
that are considered like do not touch. Princess Bride is another one.
Don't touch the Princess Bride.
Exactly.
Labyrinth,
I think could.
Can you actually get away with doing like a CGI version of Labyrinth?
I haven't seen Labyrinth, but it was going with old.
You're running a fine line when you do that one,
because a lot of those ones, it's like that's where I saw just jumping with because of not doing regular practical effects, and that I love seeing all the practical stuff from Star Wars and stuff like that. All how amazing those things looked. So it was you could see like. I don't know if the quality went down or whatnot when they started CGIing it, but there's some of them that you can't CGI, no matter how good it is, it's not the same as practical effects.
When it comes to like the original trilogy of Star Wars, I will accept the original version and the remastered, where all they did was clean it up.
Okay.
But the special editions is where they lost me when they started adding in CGI stuff because they could not make anything that was CGI look the same. It always was almost highlighted. Like you know what I mean? What?
Have you seen? I was scrolling because I'd heard a rumor that they were redoing Labyrinth. Tom Hiddleston was going to play David Bowie's character.
I would be down for that with Hiddleston.
I did see him in costume, and at first I'm like, nobody can replace the Bowie. Yeah. Nobody. And then I saw him and went, okay, maybe.
Hiddleston is great.
Maybe. I do.
But what kind of cod piece will he wear? They're gonna have to pad it, obviously.
Yeah. Nobody fills out a pair of pants like David Bowie did.
Bowie's cod piece had a separate credit in the film.
Stunt double.
Stunt cock.
As I was, Jesus. And we were doing so well.
I like Steph's stick-to-itness. I'm going to get through this. No, you're not.
If there's a movie reference I can pull out of my ass, it's coming out. And if I can reference Orgasmo, I'm doing it.
Oh gosh. You have a talent. Okay. You have a talent, Jay. You how to know how hard she tries. You know how to throw her off.
Talent, curse. Depends on your point of view.
As I was saying.
There it is. That's stick-to-itiveness. I have a point, god damn it, and I'm going to make it.
I am. Have you seen the Falcor for the Never-Ending Story?
No, I have not.
Hey, what did they broke him?
Of course they did.
He's mean and scary looking.
Never-Ending Story is another one that shouldn't be touched.
Exactly.
That's another one I watched. I think it was 8 when I watched it. I remember bits and pieces of it. I was actually, do you remember Mike, Jay, you remember Mike Krug?
Yeah.
We were at his grandmother's house in Kitchener, and we actually were watching it.
Well, It's good. It's a classic from my childhood.
No, I'm not trying to make fun of you're old. I'm just trying to.
You just fucking did.
You insulted this entire table.
Yes.
I don't mean to call you old, but
Yeah, you're old.
You
No.
quantified your statement with "but."
and Never Ending Story is like the ultimate PTSD moment for me. That's still
It is. Why is that?
Oh my God, I got him so good on that. We did a walkthrough with Jason before we went filming. And the one direction we went by a spot that looked like the Swamp of Sorrows. And all I did, it was all quiet. We were huffing and puffing and walking along trying to, just stay alive.
Yeah.
And I turned back and I looked at Jason and I went, "Artax!"
fuck you. Still hurts, damn it. Every couple months, those memes pop up on Facebook again. It still fucking hurts, all right? I don't care if it's been 40 years. It still fucking hurts.
Wow. Oh, wow.
My favorite.
Okay, you know what? I cry every time I watch the movie, so I get it, which is why I can pick on you for it. It traumatizes
I don't want to share your pain, all right?
Just Halloween just passed, and there was that little kid dressed up like a Treyu pulling on the skateboard to fucking Art Trax's head.
Yep.
On a
Points for creativity, but fuck you.
Somebody did a front yard display with Atreyu and Artax just as skeletons.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen the planter things too.
Yes.
Bookends.
Yep.
I sent you the bookends one.
God, that's like traumatizing moment, and then people want to make fun of it.
There it is. I found it.
No.
No, it's
I'm not looking.
It's not. No. It's not Artax. I promise. I promise. It's Falcor.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
It looks like a fucking cloud man.
Godzilla.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
I don't like that.
If we're wrong, and that is not Falcor, that would make a perfect nothing.
Yeah.
That would be the
Falcor,
nothing.
Then it would have to be the.
It would have to be
what
the
was
nothing.
The wolf's name.
The nothing.
The nothing.
No, the nothing. The wolf worked for the nothing. The wolf that was sent to
the
kill.
nothing. He ate the world.
No, the wolf was sent to stop Atreyu, and Atreyu killed the wolf shortly after Artax. But I can't remember the wolf's name now. But he was hired, he was sent by the nothing.
The man
to
with
stop
the
Atreyu.
plan is looking it up.
But no, it's because his fur looks white in that picture. That's got to be their new Falcor.
Yeah.
And
it's
fuck that.
just not right.
That's the Falcor's that.
Mork. GMM.
That's what I thought it was. Okay,
That is Falcor.
That's what I thought.
That is Falcor.
No, that's why I was thinking, because and the name sounded familiar, but it was just because I was so young I couldn't remember it.
Ridiculous looking thing that they have on the new poster.
No, that's not the same Falcor. Falcor, that one you just showed me, that's where you talk about CGI just doesn't
you want
do
to
it justice.
see Gen X rise up and unite, you just mess with our Falcor.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I could see that making Gen X unite.
Bastion, say my name!
Oh wow.
What you got?
My watch buzzed. I don't know what it was.
Who's it? What is it? What do they want? Don't do no
It said it's time for me to stand up.
Oh.
You notice we're both wearing our watches today?
Guess we're not shooting.
It was hard yesterday. A few times I went to check. Oh, damn it, it's not there.
Yeah, because you guys were back in 2000.
You get those phantom buzzes on the wrist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my training.
I don't get phantom buzzes in my pocket anymore because my phone is always on silent and not even on vibrate. So I don't even get those phantom buzzes on my pocket anymore. But I get it on my watch.
Speaking of training, we had seen that meme about, remember we were talking about it, if you want to know what it's like, put your phone down for 24 hours. And every time you think about it, that's what it's like. So I mentioned that we were talking about it with my sister. And my brother-in-law is like, well, I only answer it when it dings, when I hear the bell. And, oh, so you're Pavlov's dog then?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
He's like, oh.
Shit.
Yep.
You're trained.
I'll openly admit I'm like I look at it too much and other stuff like that. I've been trying, and it's really hard. Like as Mike was said in the past, like they've done so much research on how to get you hooked on it.
I am glad to say, because I did quietly do that experiment yesterday when we were filming. I could have easily have given him this phone as well to hang on to. I left it in the car.
Atta girl.
That the one that I gave him was in airplane mode because it's my American phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about putting mine on airplane mode just to stop any notifications coming through. Then I remembered half of the people that I would ever get a notification
with
from
you.
were with me.
Yep.
Yep.
So
No, that's not something that I want to actively do because I'm already dealing with one addiction coming down from.
No, it was more of a if you don't understand what an addict is going through, do
your
this
phone down.
and you will understand it.
But I did it as a school project like 10
Oh,
years ago
I remember
now.
you talking
Yeah.
about
I
that.
tried to quit it for a week. I made it 2 days, and yeah, it was like I was the only one who did the project correctly, and it was eye opening.
you understood the assignment.
But
And
I will say over the last week or so, as part of this, I have been putting my phone down more for
Yep.
stretches at a time. Like when I sit down to watch TV or a movie with Crystal, I don't touch my phone.
No, and that's impressive.
Getting better.
It's,
Yeah.
The big thing is like you're taking. The big thing I like what you're doing is you understand you're taking stuff in bite-sized pieces that you can manage instead of trying to
do it all at once.
Exactly, and that's the huge thing. Like Mike, I remember Mike has drilled that, and I really take that to heart to try when I try to do stuff, take it in bite-sized pieces so I can do that because I remember him saying that like. If you try to do something too big, you get overwhelmed and then you don't do it. So if you take it into bite-sized pieces, then you
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
yeah.
When I was a kid, one of the things that my dad used to do.
You like that?
You said eating an elephant because when I was a kid,
I know. See,
One of the things
that
my-
was the thing. That was like she was listening to get her point in and not listening
I was still listening. I was actively paying attention.
to what he was saying.
Yes,
But I was talking.
but he was the one that was talking. You interrupted.
I did not. I waited to him to stop. Then I started to talk, and then you just
But no,
started
the
to jump
You
in.
elephant-
said your piece, and then
I did not.
were you not finished after you ate the elephant?
Have to.
I'm watching the tennis match here.
Yep. But no, you as you were saying, Mike, that that's a really good analogy, and it's makes it. That's the whole thing with trying to do those things, and you really sometimes it's better to do those things because then when you have you can understand somebody better for addiction, as you said with the addiction thing. So
Yeah, what I said last night about me putting my phone down, it was mocking everybody. So that's how much of a dick I am. I was like, "Oh, you having problems with your addiction? Well, fuck you. I'm going to do this anyway." So that's how much of an asshole I can
No,
be.
Dave asked me last night. He says, so
Kelsey Surprise.
Kelsey.
yeah, pot stir.
I love you, man.
stir. He uses a blender. He uses an industrial blender when he stirs the
Oh
pod.
no! Sometimes he will use the tiniest of spoons just to make the smallest of waves, so that he can watch them turn into a tsunami.
You can drop one pebble.
One
And
pebble in the ripple of the lake.
Yep. And
Grows
when
exponentially
when he
across
does. When he drops that pebble, those are the times that you'll see me like and comment so I can follow what everybody else is saying because I know it's coming.
God, I want to know where this goes.
Yep.
And then the following morning, she reads all 100 comments on there.
Morning, it usually takes about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on a slow day.
Yeah. On a slow
Okay,
day.
and then you get a cup of coffee and just read the comments and laugh.
Pretty much.
See, here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand when I do shit like that. It's for my own entertainment.
Because he's bored.
And I'm bored. And I will drop the most heinous shit. And I will walk the fuck away. I have said my piece, and I've come back to threads, like 100 reply, like, rah, 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 and they're continually bitching at me. And I've come back, I'm like, I don't even remember saying, "Oh, yeah, that."
I'm not even that
What are they
invested.
mad at me about now?
I'm not even that invested in that statement anymore.
Exactly. Why is everybody so mad at me? What did
That
do?
was yesterday.
I
What the
think you
hell?
actually commented that once on what there's like 200 comments, and everybody, how can you be like that? And you're such an asshole. And, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, why is everybody mad at me? All I said was this, and started the whole thing all over again.
But you know,
Started to peter off a little bit.
Yep.
That's the
Throw
problem.
some salt.
But that is the problem with today.
Yeah.
No one can just agree to disagree on
Exactly.
Yep.
Really, it all depends on what you're trying to agree to disagree with, too.
something. Yeah,
But everybody's opinion has to be the right one.
No, mine's the right one. See, here comes the arguments.
That's fine. You can.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I thought.
you're
because-
entitled to your beliefs.
Right.
They may not be
Our
entirely
country,
correct, but
my grandfather fought for the right for you to be right in your mind
And I
speak it.
appreciate that, and I will fight for everybody's right to say
But it doesn't mean I
whatever.
have to disagree. I
No,
have to agree
it
with you.
doesn't even mean you have
Yep.
to listen to that shit.
Exactly.
Anybody can say whatever they want. You don't have to listen. You definitely don't have to respond to it.
Yep.
So, like, if you don't like it, carry on.
Pretty much.
My
What?
Twitter activity since Wednesday morning of last week.
Why? What happened Wednesday morning, Jace?
I knew that was coming.
But my Twitter activity consists only of cute pet puppy and cat videos
Yes.
and wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
I ignore everything else.
Yep.
If it's not wrestling or puppies, I don't care.
Yeah, and we're not going to touch or talk about
We don't need
anymore
to.
because
We don't
Steph
need to.
stepped away.
Yeah, no.
We don't need to.
That's
No,
where.
and the thing is it's nothing to do with anything that has happened in the world. It's a personal choice.
Yeah.
No, but
I don't do it on my podcast. I'm not going to
No,
do it here. I'm not going to do it anywhere.
No, that's where the thing is I try to stay away from all that political and other stuff like that. When I kind of try to find things, I just stuff to make me laugh, like entertainment.
Exactly.
I can't do the news. I can't watch the news. It's not good for my mental health.
No, it's not.
So if something important's happening in the world that's really going to affect me, I have people that will say, hey, you
might wanna
actually
check
need
this
to
out."
know this. Because they watch CP24 24/7.
Right.
And apparently that is the gospel of news.
What I posted Wednesday on Facebook was
I know.
what I posted on Facebook is my exact feeling. It does not directly affect me or my family in any immediate way. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So I don't care and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
Yeah.
When,
No.
when it does come knocking on my door, well then we can talk. But until then,
Yep.
moving on.
Moving on.
Yep. So speaking of wrestling, you had some interesting stuff. We were talking about.
I did.
Yeah, yesterday.
I did.
And we talked about it yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
I
dude,
think I remember
catch
that.
up.
Yes, I do, because you're a
Yeah.
smart man.
You mentioned you wanted to do something you haven't done in a while.
Yes.
And what,
Canada's greatest fucking game.
Canada's.
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Would you rather's are always fun.
All right.
these get painful though.
They can't.
Aw.
They can't. They can't.
Will you
Puppy.
Yeah, will you make me feel better?
No.
No.
They only get painful when it's like between
This is
a
not a
rock,
safe
a hard
space.
place, and
It's
a
not?
sharp
No.
thing.
That's never been established in this fucking house. Safe space. Oh, that's anywhere but here.
I am not your safe space.
Okay.
You're not.
No.
You know who's-
First,
Okay,
shut
go.
up. First, would you rather? Which sci-fi universe would you rather live in? Star Wars, shut up. Let me get through the list. Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, or Futurama?
Ooh.
I don't know enough about Futurama.
Yeah, that's
I have
the-
to take that one off the list for me.
I know how
I don't
answered.
want to be a cartoon, so it's off the list for me.
Okay, so that leaves Star
And I don't
Wars,
want
Star
three-
Trek, and Doctor Who. I know how I answered.
I know how I'm answering.
I'm going Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Yeah, that's like the closest to like a utopia type thing.
Le gasp.
That just seems the nice thing. You know?
Only in the core.
Yes,
And then it's Stepford in space.
sure, but I would be Starfleet Academy janitor or something, and I'd be fine with it.
You'd be janitor. As long as you're not wearing a red shirt, you're good.
Exactly.
I was waiting for that one to start. As soon as Star
Janitorial
Trek,
wears orange. I'm good.
that's what I was waiting. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the red shirt comment, and I'm sitting there going, "Wait, come on, who's setting it up?"
Nope. I am not on no away teams. I clean the toilets. I'm fine with it.
All right, so Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I want the pretty light sticks.
I'm torn between Trek and Wars. That's the whole thing. I'm going Wars.
Star Wars? Star Wars.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
The adventure of it.
Just the adventure of
Yeah,
it?
pure adventure. Like you get out of the core and it's the wild
I'm
west.
too old for that shit now.
I want to live with the Ewoks because they're small.
They will eat you.
No,
They're
Carnivorous.
cannibals.
I know, but no.
Or not cannibals, they're carnivorous, yes.
Well, yeah, because
What do you think I am?
I said cannibals, but, well, we don't know. When their food supply runs low, maybe
They're,
they cut
they're
off the week off.
omnivorous, which means they eat both meat and vegetables.
And there's definitely proof that there's megafauna that lives on
Endor.
Endor because they had those giant catapults and the swinging logs already prepared.
Yep.
So they definitely hunt megafauna.
Sure.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, and the other, when you're speaking about the adventure, I played Knights of the Old Republic, the first one, and you actually got to go onto the forest floor in Kashyyyk, which was quite interesting.
That's supposed to be incredibly dangerous.
Oh, it is. Most it's a rite of passage for some of the male Wookiees. They'll go down there and hunt, and it can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, pass.
Nope.
Huh?
See, I want to be in a world where I can either be in space or on actual terra firma.
yeah.
Star Trek, you're mostly in space.
No,
Going where no man has gone before.
I'm cleaning the toilets at Starfleet Academy. I'm good. I'm telling you.
You're never leaving ground.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
Oh yeah, but
What, you need me to go up and clean that ship? Nah, I'm calling in sick that day.
but Mike, I do see your adventure thing, and that's the whole thing. Like, there's a lot of them that really, like, you could see a lot of the adventures in there, and and it really is interesting.
Yeah, like I said, it feels more like a practical and used world, whereas Star Trek is far cleaner. It's slicker. It just feels plastic to me.
Sure.
I was never a Star Trek. I watched it,
No.
but I was never a trucker.
Me either.
Now, if you noticed, all of us have eliminated Doctor Who.
I was
That
never.
show scared the shit out of me as a child.
Yeah.
I love Doctor Who, but there's too much collateral damage on that show.
You'll never
especially
look
for humans.
at Angels in a Cemetery ever again
No.
the same.
No. There was like
Those statues? Never.
Yeah, for me, Doctor Who, I never really did get as deep into it as a lot of people did. I liked it. That what I did see of it, I enjoyed Doctor Who, but I was never a universe that I thought, you know what, I would fit into that universe.
Yeah.
I have vague recollections of watching like Tom Baker, Doctor Who in the late 70s, early 80s.
The scarf.
Yeah.
That dude.
Yep.
But I
And the
didn't.
hair.
I didn't keep up and follow it at all. I wasn't hardcore. But
the
I
music
fell
would
into the
scare
new when it had its revival, and I think it was 2005 with Christopher Eccleston first. I fell into that, and I was all in.
The Doctor Who theme song is
Iconic.
Yeah,
as soon
you
as
hear it, you know
you're like,
it.
oh, okay.
And that sends shivers up my spine to this day.
And sometimes you need to have that type of theme song to really.
The
pull people.
Daleks are a truly terrifying race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially with all this, what I did watch of it, and they got more into their history and their methodology and whatnot. They are a truly terrifying race.
Yep.
Yes.
I want to ride a tauntaun.
But
Yep.
that show, it's
If you cut one open, they're lukewarm inside.
I know.
classic.
Oh, that was that was
Doctor
beautiful.
Who, the premise with Doctor Who and the scope of what they can do with it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
awesome. I have not checked out any of the new stuff. Actually, I think I'm one season even behind.
Yeah, the new stuff is getting a lot
Polarizing.
of very polarizing
Because they did
So,
go quote unquote woke
Yeah.
with it a little more, and that's been polarizing. But I did see that they had Neil Patrick Harris.
TV.
They had Neil Patrick Harris
I like
as a
him.
villain on it.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Well,
that
he-
looks interesting. So
He
I may
can that man can act.
Little Doogie.
little
Doogie.
I remember Doogie Howser MD, and when I saw Neil Patrick Harris on How I Met Your Mother, I'm still going, I remember you, but I couldn't remember where you're from. And then I think it was, I can't remember, it was one of you two guys brought it in.
He plays a sarcastic dick really, really
Oh,
well.
yes.
All right, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Which random skill would you rather be good at? Your skill only works in that particular context and is not transferable. If you choose card throwing, it doesn't mean that you are good at throwing other things. So that's the context.
Okay.
The skills are ventriloquism, origami, card throwing, improvised comedy, cheese making, backflips.
Ooh, I'm torn between two.
Improv comedy for me because I'm jealous of that. I'm not quick enough for it. I would love to be good at that.
That was easy. I
That's
went
very easy.
I went improv comedy too, just for podcast.
So-
sake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Define card throwing. Are we talking gambit,
Gambit,
level?
yes.
Perfect. That's the one I'm going with.
The ability to throw a playing card.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm torn between ventriloquism and improv comedy.
Okay.
So pick one.
I'll have to go improv comedy because ventriloquism is great and all, but being able to be funny and get those laughs for people, make people smile, that's just a treasure to have.
I want to be able to throw a damn card and cook my dinner. There's dinner.
Playing
Mine's
card.
practical.
You're only throwing the card. You're not charging them like Gambit. You're just throwing the
a
card.
regular playing card.
Yeah.
You're not cooking shit with them. You're just
I can
throwing
figure
the
it
card.
out.
But you watch
Could blind something and then take it out
What are you
Now-
the
blinding?
old-fashioned way. You
Now-
just hit him in the eye.
Now
What?
You See
What?
Me.
A bear or a
Yes.
squirrel?
I don't care. I'm starving.
The movie Now You See Me.
Yes.
With the
Oh, that was
magician,
good.
Dave Franco was really good at throwing the cards. He was actually using them as a weapon to try and fight off Mark Ruffalo at one point. He's like flicking him in the eye and shit. He's like getting cuts on his face.
But no, that improv comedy, that
See,
Just being quick.
it's
about it.
all in the card. I want to be good at throwing.
No, it's only cards.
Only cards.
Yeah, but cards. What kind? It doesn't define what kind of cards. It could be a metal. There are metal credit cards. Plastic.
I was waiting for this.
Ah, she's bending the rules.
Right.
There
Yeah.
are
Bending
no
the
rules.
rules.
Hello, excuse me. Your podcast, no rules.
Wow. You got us.
Hoisted on your own
got us
card.
Here.
Loophole.
Yep, I love it. I love it. I was,
All right. Yes, you got it. All right. Yeah, I got to acknowledge it. Yeah.
yeah, you got to acknowledge it. That was, oh yeah.
I wear my loophole crown very, very well. No, do not find me a crown.
I got them upstairs. Never mind.
Your crowns are upstairs. All
He likes to wear them sometimes.
right.
Crown of Thorns. Or the crown
which-
of Gold from Game of Thrones.
Would you call me?
No. Not yet. Anyways, which unique ultimate life perk would you rather have?
Life perk.
Obligatory money. Automatically get $10 in a bank account every day. Be physically stuck in the prime of your life, including strength, speed, etc. Get to customize your face, hair, body, appearance, like video game style, once every 5 years. A notebook that will answer 10,000 simple questions truthfully, but you cannot use it for personal gain, and you cannot share the answer. Have everyone you ever meet think you are cool, charming, charismatic, and likable. Instantly master any one skill of your choosing, but cannot be used for financial gain.
Damn it.
There's always that hook.
That's what I
So
was
the
gonna-
first one was obligatory money, right?
Yeah, that's $10 in the bank account every day. Then the next one is physically stuck in your prime of your life.
Oh, so the $10 in the bank account and the obligatory money are all the same one? I thought it was two different
No,
ones.
that's the same
okay,
one.
damn it.
Physical prime. Get to customize your face, body, and appearance
I think
every
I got
5
mine.
years. Okay. A notebook that will answer 10,000 simple questions, but you cannot monetarily gain from it, and you cannot share the answers with anyone. Have everyone that you ever meet thinks that you're cool, charming, charismatic, likable. Instantly master one skill of your choosing, but you cannot financially gain from it.
I'm going with the changing my physical body every 5 years.
Okay. You got yours?
Yeah, I was gonna say the physical prime.
Physical prime?
That
Now,
sounds
physical
terrible.
prime, is that where you are now, or will you
No.
go back in time to when
You're
you're 25?
Your absolute physical prime.
So
When-
wherever that happened to fall in your
wherever
life.
your physical prime was, that's where you go back and you're stuck there.
That
My honest,
dude.
I knew it was empty.
my honest opinion on that one sounds terrifying
Why?
because that almost sounds like immortality and
Yep, I'm going for that one.
the idea of immortality. The
Physical prime.
idea of immortality is actually a scary prospect for me because I don't want to watch my entire family die.
Yeah, I get the immortality part. I didn't think about that, but I was thinking
I will mourn them.
Like my thing
So
was
you go crazy.
because that's speaking of that, because you bring up a really good.
But you don't know if that's
Mind if I do?
you don't know if that's going to happen.
You watch. You watch 100 generations of your family die around you. It's going to have an effect.
But
everyone you love dies
take
around
comfort in seeing those 100 generations of your family.
you.
But
Positive, negative. So
That's a mindset thing, right?
yeah.
And the big when he brought up that immortality thing, that reminds me of in vampires, how some of those ancient vampires will sleep for thousands and thousands of years because they're bored and they don't want to see anything.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not me. I'm just going to live my life. The thing is you wouldn't be able to see your family anyway, because how are you going to explain that, you never age?
Right.
So then there's that. You
once
live
the
a lonely existence.
Once the immediate family dies off, then I would just move on.
Yes.
Because I would never see the next generations anyway, and I would go and live my life.
No.
Check in every now and again and see
What's
what you're
yours?
up to.
I picked the notebook with the 10,000 simple questions.
It's because you're a nosy bastard.
Fucking right.
Just want to know shit.
I just want to know shit. I can't share it, but I'll know.
And you can't use it.
I can't use it, but I'll know. I'm fine with that.
What would be the first 3 questions
God.
you would want to put in it?
Alien life. Where is it? Has it been here? The truth about the pyramids, construction of the pyramids.
Yeah, that'd be an amazing one.
Was there ancient advanced cultures? There's millions of questions like that.
How do they get the caramel inside the caramel bar? I know.
God,
See, you take the bumpy part, you turn that upside down, you fill it with caramel, then you put the smooth part, then you flip it. Done!
That's actually not how they do it, but
a little bit of chocolate in the bottom, caramel, chocolate on the top, flip it over, done.
Hey, speaking of the pyramids and stuff like that, didn't you say a month or two ago about that's the Great Sphinx, that they're seeing that there was water erosion at the bottom?
Yes. Yeah.
I remember us talking about that. That was freaking
because
awesome.
there's what was his name? John Anthony West. He's passed now, but he was an Egyptologist, and he looked at the Sphinx, and he's like, "That looks like water erosion." And he went and he found a geologist, and he goes, "I have a theory. I want you to look at that, and then I'm going to tell you my theory." And the geologist looks at it and goes, "That looks like water erosion." And Wes is like, "Right?"
You ever watch the movie Sahara with Matthew McConaughey?
Might have a long
It's based on the Dirk Pitt series of novels. It's kind of like another Indiana Jones type situation.
Yep.
But the premise of that, like one of his I can't think of the word. Fanatic. He was a fanatic about this one ironclad ship from the Civil War. So a ship made of iron that was apparently carrying the wealth of the nation, like a bunch of gold, and it disappeared into the night. And they had a theory that it wound up in Africa. Like these ships were not made to go across the ocean, but this one did. And they end up finding it in the middle of the desert because that area of the desert used to be underwater.
Yeah.
where is that ship that I think it was Saudi Arabia, the desert in Saudi Arabia, where they just found that ship
Yeah.
in the middle of the freaking desert.
Yeah.
Just there.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot that, like, with Mike, with his reading and what he's like in the past couple months that he's been saying, it really has opened my eyes and has helped me, even because, like, I am more open than, I'm not saying as open as other people, but I'm not as closed-minded as like a lot.
Like
And
Jay.
I wouldn't say that, but it's just that what we all know and what we take as fact from history, I don't really think it's set in stone. Like, there's so much more. Like, when you're talking about the ancient, like you said, like, why was there a dock up on top of a mountain?
Yeah.
And I love the theory of
That's where Noah's Ark was parked.
Take
nice one, Jay, nice one.
out the nose.
Nope. Kept it all in.
And the other one was about the Antarctica Antarctica being Atlantis and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like those, people think they're really far fetched and wouldn't make sense. But if you look at it because stuff's always moving. Yeah. It actually in some ways makes logical sense, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, the whole continental drift stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's proof that the the land masses were all together, Pangea.
Yep, I remember that.
And everything keeps moving.
I remember doing a school thing, like grade 2
They all
or 3.
fit together.
Exactly. We made the puzzle of the continents. Yes.
Yeah, it's really quite interesting.
And there was a chunk missing. That was where Atlantis was.
Weird, right?
Yep.
Kind of looked like Antarctica.
A little bit.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and that's where all these people that are the like archaeologists, geologists, and stuff like that. I honestly feel they have to have the intelligence to be able to, and the skills like that. But one of the things I think is a big important thing they have is an open mind, that they don't
mainstream science, like archaeologists and geologists are very rigid in their thinking,
which is disappointing because
but that's how they keep their funding.
Exactly.
True.
And as we know, money makes the world go round.
Yep. No, I get what you're saying. It's just unfortunate because
spins on a dime.
Because it's just so much. There's so much we don't know, and there's so many other things. For example, like how many different mammals like that were similar to the Homo sapiens through the course of time. How many strands eventually went extinct? Like Neanderthals went extinct, but we have some Neanderthal DNA in us.
Yeah, that's.
You have the DNA of every ancestor that ever started from the very first one.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting, was interesting one is, I guess, 6%, I was watching this thing, 6% on right where your sternum is, where your ribcage and stuff there, 6% have these muscles there, and that was from, they're not exactly sure what it was from.
Wings.
And,
bad people.
And they're saying that they
saw a movie once.
We're born with tails. We used to have tails.
Vestigial.
And they're saying that it was at one time it wasn't all fused together, and that's what the muscles were there for. I'm like, okay,
yeah, sure, makes sense. All right, next one. A genie approaches you and says, "I have a handful of pills. You get to pick one of these pills. There's a green pill. The green pill triples your IQ and productivity. You can whip up new ideas and complete them.
Ooh.
But the side effect, you slowly go to the dark side. Every time you achieve something using this power, you become slightly more evil. Every single time."
So that's typical Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's the typical Hollywood pill right there.
Possibly. The yellow pill. The yellow pill lets you know all the answers to every unsolved case, to every test, everything. But the side effect is you can't say it out loud nor write it down. It will be
charades.
Charades.
World charade champion.
It will be a secret to you only.
Ooh.
The orange,
which means it's not a secret to anyone else.
Right.
Loophole.
It's only you. Only you get this information, this knowledge. The orange pill. The orange pill allows you to become the most attractive version of yourself. Not only that, but you will also make people want to be attracted to you. But the side effect is that everyone is also intimidated by you. Nobody will confess, or people might even run away from you at the sight of you. Being infatuated by you at the same time.
I've seen numerous OnlyFans
Let me
girls
finish the
online
fucking list.
I was waiting for him to get pissed off.
The turquoise pill allows you to change shape. You can become anybody, even dead or non-existent ones, or even animals. But every time you shapeshift, you slightly become worse at something you were good at. And even lose part of your original self, like an important memory. Oof. The black pill. The black pill, when taken, makes your clothes perfectly comfortable and custom fit for exactly 2 weeks, regardless of what type of clothes you're wearing. The only side effect is you get an annoying throat irritation for 2 days.
Sadly, that seems to be the better of all of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's got the least downside.
Pretty much. I'll take a sore throat for 2 days.
For the perfectly fitting clothes?
For the perfectly fitting clothes.
I'll take that one too, because the one problem I have a lot of is because my torso is so long, it's always hard to try to find long enough shirts that don't lift up and expose my stomach, because even when I get them long, when you wash them, they start shrinking.
Yeah.
I know. I overthink.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Hollywood pill.
You want to be
the green
evil,
pill?
Jason?
I would think I would be okay with becoming a dick if I could be successful enough to
Not a dick.
Evil.
evil.
Def-
I think I could build up enough to make sure my family and whatnot are well taken care of.
So you're good with being Harvey Weinstein.
If that's where it goes.
You're good at you're comfortable with being P. Diddy.
Ooh. You're pretty good with Epstein then.
That's evil.
Yeah,
That's the definition.
You
I don't want
and Hitler,
I don't.
Dude.
Pol Pot.
You're rethinking that choice now?
He is. No, he's not.
Because now you have
No, he's not.
because now you have to think about your family.
I feel like that the clothes one. The only reason you're taking is because it's the least downside. But you got to think of what good you can do before the downside. Really
But once
kicks
you,
in.
but the thing is you become more and more evil, which means you are going to systematically undo all of the good and cause more damage, more traumatic damage,
Right.
and now you're going to cause it to your family, the people that you did it for to protect, because you no longer care.
wasn't thinking that far ahead.
That's so evil of
I
you.
always think at least seven. That's what evil is. I always think seven. What was the yellow one?
The yellow one? The yellow pill lets you know all the answers to every unsolved case, to every test, every anything. But the side effect is that you cannot say it out loud nor write it down.
See, that would drive me crazy.
It will be a
So-
secret only to you.
You can't say it as in speaking like we are.
You cannot communicate it. That's how I took it.
Okay, so you can't well, you could commute.
I knew the loophole was trying.
No, she's trying to find the loophole.
I know.
Well, yeah, because it's if you go with what it
But you're-
specifically says.
Okay. But I'm also taking the context of it.
Yeah.
I'm still taking the black pill.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's hard to find comfortable clothing when you're overweight that fits perfectly. So,
I'll take the easy way out. The black pill.
it's not easy.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah, it is.
It's easier than evil.
See, scratching your throat.
But it's still, of those options, that's the easy way out.
It's like why I wouldn't take the green pill is the big thing is the going evil and being more evil and hurting people.
Yeah, like you're going to undo everything that you originally went into. Good.
That's
The
where it
road
eventually
to
gets
hell
to,
is
then-
paved with good intentions.
We've been told this over and over again.
Yeah.
Next one.
I don't like this one.
Neither do I.
Which one were you taking?
I took the yellow pill.
What's that? The knowledge you
Because he's a nosy bastard.
It's the same as the Notebook.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I don't see the correct.
He thrives on knowledge. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
And and the thing is he does it now already. He doesn't share what he knows.
Mine. Mine. That's like, I think you asked me about, hey, why don't you just go to the library and get books? I was like, no. I don't give my toys back. It's my book.
I respect that decision. If you like to keep me,
I will go to the library to check out a book to see if I like it, and then I'll go to Kohl's and buy it.
Oh, okay. No, it's just I get that because there's some people I've heard that their books they've gotten books that were so good that like 2 or 3 years later they want to reread it again. They pick it back up and reread it.
For our American listener, Kohl's is a bookstore.
What would be the
It's a department store over there.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Or we don't have Kohl's anymore. There's Indigo and Chapters.
Yes.
Chapter I thought became Indigo.
Probably.
There are still
Why?
Chapters around. There's
Okay.
one in Barrie.
One in Windsor.
I
Yeah.
thought that became Indigo at the Devonshire Mall.
I don't know.
Whatever.
It's a bookstore.
What species abilities would you rather have? These are comic book species.
Comic book species.
Kryptonian, Viltrumite, Saiyan, or from the Speed Force.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You're going to have to give me a little more context.
Kryptonian.
And I know my boyfriend, when he's listening to this, just went, oh!
Yeah. Kryptonians are like Superman.
yeah.
Viltrumite is from
Invincible. Invincible.
Yeah, invincible. Yeah, they're like the evil Superman.
They don't have the kryptonite. They don't have a weakness like kryptonite, but they tend to be full on megalomaniac.
Yeah, full on megalomaniac. Saiyan, that's from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Speedsters like Flash, those kind of things.
Okay. Now, if you inherit their abilities, do you also inherit their disabilities?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Every you inherit the characteristics of that species.
Okay, I'll take Kryptonite.
Kryptonian?
Kryptonian, yeah. I've always wanted to fly.
See, I'm torn between the Kryptonian, the Saiyan, and the Speed Force.
Okay.
That's not torn between. That's a three-way.
Your favorite?
Wow, for fuck's sake.
Somebody really needs to teach you some social cues.
No,
Something.
Yeah.
I'll go Saiyan because they keep on getting stronger.
Yeah.
Well, one did.
No, more than one.
Well, yeah, because one would learn and the rest go like, oh, we can do that. So,
Well, Vegeta was always trying to keep up with Goku.
right.
Or actually, or as Vegeta would call it, Kakarot.
Yeah. I went with Kryptonian as well. So,
You're not in the club.
yeah.
A Kryptonian versus Viltrumite. It's the kryptonite weakness versus the megalomania.
Now,
Right.
So-
Yeah.
the Kryptonian, you can do some good. You can lift the car off that
Exactly.
small
Right.
baby.
You can bench press a fucking continent if you believe some of the movies. So,
Or if you
Saiyans get there.
if you don't want to reveal yourself, but a guy
Just put
tries
some
to pick
glasses on.
a guy tries to pick a fight with you in a bar, you just go outside and smash his truck.
It's just
You can hide behind your glasses and nobody knows who you are.
That clip keeps coming up for me on YouTube. From Man of Steel when he
And,
trashes that
I mean-
dude's, semi.
okay.
The world we live in, they have mined every precious gem and stone, so the odds of running into kryptonite
Well,
are fairly slim because nobody will be able to afford it.
right, but the kryptonite that did show up here on Earth was ejected when Krypton exploded. It eventually got here.
Yeah.
And then,
Except for the stuff Richard Pryor made.
well, no, but then you got people like Lex Luthor and Batman that synthesized it.
Yep.
So, what
Yeah.
do you do? Would you rather be a cowboy, a knight, a pirate, or a samurai?
Oh, I'm torn between two.
Night.
A knight?
Yep.
Okay.
When I think of just those alone, my heart always goes towards samurai, even though I don't know nearly as much when it comes to history and whatnot.
Yeah.
What I've seen of the portrayal of samurai, I get drawn to that more.
Yeah, you got blue eyes?
No,
No? Oh,
No.
Too bad.
I know.
You could have been a blue-eyed samurai.
I know. Great show.
Yeah. What do you got?
I'm torn between knight and pirate. Knight because, girl. Girls aren't generally knights.
No.
She wants to be Sir Brienne of Tarth.
Yes, I do.
Well, okay, you definitely want to be...
But then again, pirates wear really cool costumes.
Yeah, but they're
All
like,
about the costume.
but
But
they're
wait, but
there's
then there's
also scurvy.
There's that. There's also the ship on the ocean with the sharks. So
Oh.
there's that.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
Cowboy. Cowboy, knight, pirate, or samurai?
I want to be a cowboy.
You want to be a cowboy?
Well, a cowgirl.
I want to
Wait, no.
Oh boy, baby.
Wait, it specifically said cowboy.
a cow person.
Move, motherfucker, move.
I want to be a boy.
you want to be a boy.
No, I said I don't.
Put your game away.
For you.
Invest in the fucking show.
And listen, little boy.
I'm trying to predict.
Go knight.
I'm trying to. Knight? You're saying knight?
I'm going knight. For me.
I'm thinking pirate.
Oh, him?
Yeah. I think he's a pirate.
I see your
See,
point
I've
with that.
known him. Well, you've known him longer.
I see the pirate, but his he can sometimes come out of left field. I've seen there's some really interesting things with him. He comes out of left field. That's why I don't guess on his stuff because I have about a 90% chance I'm going to be dead wrong.
See, I see you as the cowboy. The lone figure, riding the range, reading your books, doing your thing, sitting around a fire, tending your herd.
shooting people.
But I see you
I was waiting for
shooting people. But I also see you as the samurai with the knowledge.
Well,
So where are you leading?
Cowboy.
Cowboy? You said pirate?
pirate.
that. I'm thinking.
The hoarding of the booty.
I'm thinking.
Who do you say?
I'm thinking samurai with that knowledge thing because it seems just the right now I'm seeing his knowledge is everything for him.
Okay.
Cowboy.
Yes!
Really? See, my thinking was pirate is because to me, of those four, pirate is closest to the Viking style. You have, no master wandering, taking what you want.
Cowboy.
As soon as I said, riding the range on your own, sitting around a fire, reading your books, his face lit up. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Eating some paste chili from New York City.
New York City.
Remember that commercial?
Wow.
Oh, my
I
God.
expected to get a laugh. I didn't think it'd break her.
It made me cry.
She's emotional.
All right.
I'm laughing.
You are, no matter the choice, the room for $30 million, you'll be locked in a windowless 132 square foot room for 1 straight year. Which one of these items would you rather have in the room with you? Details. No matter the choice, the room will have a bathroom with a shower and a tub, a queen-size bed, a traditional wall clock, drawers, a journal, a washing and dryer, bottles of water that auto-replenish every day, as well as MREs, meals ready to eat. The bomb-proof door will remain locked until that year is up. Okay. So you're in a room.
No windows.
No window.
You've got all the necessities to keep you alive.
Right.
Okay.
Now, your
There's
options.
a tub. I'm in.
Yeah. The things that you can add to the room to make this 1 year. Option 1, console PC of your choice. That will also include every single game available for the selected console. Online play and internet access will be unavailable.
Okay.
A bookshelf that will contain any book that you wish to read. You think of it and it shall appear. A microwave that will cook you any meal of your choosing within 5 minutes. The microwave has a 3-hour cool down. Drinks will not be included. So on top of the MREs that you automatically get, you can it's a
You could put
A replicator.
Yeah. You could have like a steak dinner and
right. A jailbroken Apple TV that contains literally every single TV show, movie in existence. Internet access will also be unavailable. A button that spawns any type of workout equipment you desire for up to 24 hours. The button has a cool down time of 24 hours. And you can only spawn one piece of equipment at a time. The only exceptions are for dumbbells, which you automatically, like bars and plates, so that kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm. Edit. The MREs will be randomized every day. So you will not have to eat the same MRE every day. Edit.
Okay.
2. You can opt for a twin-size bed if you desire. That way you have more space.
Okay.
I already know what.
so you have to pick one of those options.
Pick one of those options on top of everything else that's already...
Yeah, and
So-
you got all the necessities
So
to survive.
You have...
So I'm torn between the game console and every TV show and movie ever made.
Yeah. So...
See, I think I might know his. Just I think. Yeah. But I would have to go.
There's no thinking.
I'm thinking the game console because my whole thing was the survive survive the isolation and everything else and keep myself personally sane. If I get a really good interactive story in a game, I can get into it and stuff like that. And that's where I think I would be able to go, be able to do with that. Like there's a lot of games I'm not online, and it's fine with me. I just like the story. That's where with Taz, like when I asked him on Friday about with one of his games, the story, he goes, I don't care about the story. I was kind of shocked because that's what really brings me into a game.
It's usually the story that is the hook for the game for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. But like for like World of Warcraft, it's not the story so much, Ed, as it's the interaction with everybody.
But like,
not necessarily, because I played World of Warcraft and did not play with anybody else. I was a single player on my own. I didn't join a group. I didn't join a guild. I didn't do all that crap. Yep. I did the quests. That was the hook for me.
I was both.
But so you're the game console.
Oh, I'm game console 100%. 100%. I know myself well enough.
As much as I love gaming, you get tired of doing it after a while.
Yes.
I'm thinking of the carpal tunnel.
I'm gonna
click. Ow! Click. Ow!
I didn't get carpal tunnel, but I years ago playing Diablo 2.
Yes.
I got a trackball instead of a mouse, and I actually pulled the muscle in my thumb. Like this was all bruised and swollen.
Oh gosh.
You know, you got to stop gaming when.
Exactly.
I can't game today. I pulled a thumb muscle.
So fucking soft.
I think I would go with every TV show and movie ever made, because you're trapped in a room with no other human contact. Getting involved in a TV series gives you the illusion of human contact and conversation. Getting sucked into a good movie gives you the illusion of human and it'll keep you entertained for the year.
I see where you're coming with, and that was on my.
I love to game, but I couldn't game for an entire year.
I see your point.
I like to binge,
but the big thing was I was just looking at what the best case scenario for me was, because
Well, yeah, it works for you.
Yeah, but I see what you're talking about, and it makes complete sense. And
for me, I need the illusion of.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's actually a very solid idea, and I want to hear your what you were thinking about it.
I'm going with the TV.
The one?
The Apple TV.
The Apple TV?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's.
Boy, even if you just have it on.
I'm not enough of a reader. I'm not enough a reader, and if I want to change it up, if I don't want to watch TV, well, there were TV shows that played music.
Yeah.
So I can switch it up.
Documentaries.
It's completely jailbroke, so you have access to every single.
Yep. You're getting the book right.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
That's a no-brainer right there. I mean, have you seen what's behind them?
Oh gosh,
it's not my own bookcase.
I know.
The big thing was I would want to talk to him after the year of being locked in there, find out to see all the knowledge you had.
No, you wouldn't.
Why?
Because he would come out and go. He wouldn't like people. He'd be very happy.
That door would swing open and be like,
I think that's the difference between our answers and his answer is we're Gen X. We don't like people anymore.
Generally.
You're getting that door's opening for you after the year. You're spending your $30 million just getting DoorDash.
The door's going to open and he's going to go, nope.
Yep.
Wide enough for a hand to go.
Suddenly, he's a hermit.
Suddenly?
Who's that? Let's see what else I got here.
I had internet access. I'd never have to leave the room.
Yeah, see that's why there's
MREs that are random every day. Water, bathtub, a tub. I only have a shower in my apartment. I mean, when I'm home in my apartment, I sometimes don't leave my apartment for like weeks. I can look out the window.
That sounds unhealthy.
I can see the people.
People.
I can go. Nope, not today. Or if I'm feeling like I need to get out into the people, I go to Walmart, and that cures me. Dave has gotten several videos from me going, okay, that's enough peopling for me for a month.
Cures.
I'm going back home because now I just remembered I don't like people.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Would you rather... this might be a weird table this question, but this would you rather lose 20% of your intelligence but gain 25 pounds of muscle and become 50% stronger, or lose 10 pounds of muscle and become 30% weaker but gain 25% more intelligence?
That one.
Intelligence.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the intelligence.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard. But
No. I'm too old for them to worry about the physical shit.
Pretty much. And you know what? You
Now,
can
if
still
you-
work on the physical shit.
If you had asked me,
If you're smarter, then you know all the
if you asked
configure
me
the
a
cheat
few
ways.
years ago, might have been a different answer.
You probably would have taken that option in the height of your wrestling career.
Yeah. If it would have got me booked,
Yeah.
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 so
Well, Vince would have been all over you.
fucking right.
That meme of Vince.
I remember that one. Yeah.
All right, who's next? What do you got, Jason? You have something show and tell wise.
Show and tell wise. Yes, I found some masking tape.
Yeah.
I have set up my sober tracker. I assure you, this isn't a calendar. I even posted it on Twitter.
No.
So we'll see if
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's up there.
I posted it this morning.
See,
So what's the magical number today?
25.
25.
Beautiful.
25 days.
Beautiful.
When I go to next week's meeting, I will get my 30-day keychain.
Sweet. Hey, I got an idea for those. Would if you keep on getting those keychains, what if you do they have like a thing you could hook on? Like, you know how like they have a little.
They're just little key.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Sorry.
Just
good.
like a fob?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
because I was just trying to think of a way how you could display them to keep your motivation up in that. That was all.
I was
Put it on your
I was
keys.
thinking
That's-
about hooking it on here somehow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, I was just thinking because then you can see their progress. Because when you see how far you've come, and when you're down, at least for me, it really helps me move.
There was
a lot of people will carry them around in their pocket, and when they're struggling, they'll just reach in and they'll like hold it. They'll rub it like a worry stone.
I'll see that could be my case. I don't know. I'll find out when I get it. But there was some people there last night. The meeting was like a lot more people than normal, or at least the one I've seen before. And there was one person who got 2-year.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's also some that like one dude's 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
He had to be a treasure trove of information.
He definitely has a lot to share and he can relate with pretty much anybody because he's been through all those situations. You know?
Beautiful. That's a great thing to have.
Tracy Rogers from White Feather.
Yep.
She's recovering as well. So, like her book that I read, great stories about her addiction and her continued recovery and all this stuff. So the people out there that are doing the recovery, doing the work, like I said, yeoman's work with putting in the time and struggling and everything like that. It's so much strength and willpower of that person. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
That's why I still feel uncomfortable there, just because I am like so lightweight in comparison. But you don't compare the stories.
That's right.
It's not that. For me, like the kind of, I want to say, epiphany that I had last night is the fact that I basically got to like step 1 of addiction and stop myself before it got too far. Before I went to the next level. You know, I caught myself early enough.
And they're probably all really proud of you for that.
That was mentioned. So, but it's just like that. I count my blessings that I did stop myself at that point.
If I will tell you right now, I watched you a lot throughout this.
Okay.
And I made sure, I monitored you. You did not go any farther with this because we would have had problems if you had taken it to the next level.
That was never even never came to my mind.
I'm just like, there's some people that don't have that ability to draw it in.
Some of the stories I've heard, it's that like I could have easily followed that path.
Yeah.
You know, so
we definitely would have had problems.
and I would have welcomed it. Honestly, like
No, you wouldn't have.
well, yeah, okay.
You were
I
to
say
that
that.
point,
I
now
say
you
that
say
in
it.
my hindsight.
Yeah.
That I would have appreciated it, but it's I honestly don't know. All I can do is be thankful that I caught myself and just be proud of where I'm at. Not saying I don't feel that urge every day. I'm like, I could just have one.
No, you can't.
No,
I can't.
And that's the big thing. Knowing and being able to be strong enough to be able to not do that. And that's why I brought up that part, like in what Lupa said, the big thing was that if when you're what she said, when they were struggling, that they grab a hold of that keychain. And that's where I was saying about if you could display it, not as to be proud and try to be prideful. It's just that so when if you're starting to struggle with it, you can look at that and go, this is how far I've come. Why would I want to throw that all away?
Someday, yeah, I could display it as a badge of honor, but it's at this point it's more of a can't think of the wording. Accountability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to get 30 days, and I don't want to ruin that.
Exactly. That's
the mindset that I'm keeping.
And that's the big thing. Like, no, I was just looking at anything that I was just trying to give you any ideas that can help. That so when you're struggling, you have another. I wouldn't say crutch, another thing to look at and try to help you along.
Tools in the toolbox.
There we go. That's the way I want to put it. Thank you.
Here's a question: have you noticed a difference?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I would
Can
say.
You say how? Can you tell me how?
Because
I don't see it myself.
You're here more.
I am?
Yes.
Okay.
You're more present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your ability to communicate is clearer.
Yep.
Your thought process is coming across clearer. There's been times where you've sat in that chair and I've known you've taken the wrong strain, and I've fucking straight up said, wake the fuck up.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't have to do that anymore.
From my perspective, I don't see it.
Well,
but it's
you wouldn't.
I'm not saying it's not there. It's just my perspective.
Yeah.
It's been so gradual and whatnot that I don't really see it.
Yeah.
I feel it in my brain. I
like, was it the line? I can feel my brain moving again.
Yeah.
Like,
the only way I could perform it.
Well, it's a descriptive way. It's a good way of putting it. It's just where Mike was saying with that. I can see that more about the being clear, concise, and things like that. And it's a good thing. And also be happy with yourself that you can tell yourself, yeah, I was at step 1 and I was able to push and pump the brakes and not go down that hole. Just especially when you start thinking about that and think of how far you've come and how far you are still going to be coming. Because I was watching a thing about Eminem being sober for how long as he has, and he says he's still Elton John was his sponsor, and they still talk every once in a while to this day to keep up and keep the accountability going, and it seems to really be helping him.
Oh yeah,
you're an addict for your entire life. You fight that demon your entire life. Some days are a whole lot easier than others.
Yep.
And you can go years without that need, that desire, that want.
But it could always come back.
And then all of a sudden it'll come back and it'll feel like day one.
Yeah, I've heard of some people. It's not marijuana, but it's cigarettes. There's some people that have been out of it from 20 years, and they were saying that they could jump back. They could jump back in, just jump back in like it was nothing.
There are times I used to smoke. I was a 40-year. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I remember
40-year smoker.
We would have conversations. You were still smoking, and then you go I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm gonna vape, and I'm going
But for me, that worked. I wasn't vaping to vape. I was vaping to quit.
Replace. Yeah.
And
I get it.
I would cut down on the nicotine, and then I don't vape anymore either. I have been cigarette and vape free for 3 years now.
That's awesome.
Cigarette free for 4, almost 5 years.
Yep, and
and vape free for 3.
Yep.
And from what I've read and stuff like that, they say on average, a smoker tries at least 6 times before they officially get off of it. And they say the other thing, that helps them do it is slowing, not cutting cold turkey, so getting the nicotine lower and lower and lower. So when they do officially come off it, it's not as big of a hit or withdrawal or whatever you want to call it.
Well, here's the fun thing. My brother was over.
But you're not in a situation where you can just cut back.
I tried. I tried that. It didn't work.
He's tried that a couple times, and
it failed.
He would I'm this is my last joint. I'm not going to buy anymore for a week, and then he would go a couple days, and then he was
it's a really bad day at work.
Day at work, or we're going into gaming, or coming into
You are much easier
hold
to
on.
to.
This is why we're not in the tent anymore, because you associated smoking weed with the tent, then coming down here. Mm-hmm. That's why we don't go there anymore.
Smart move.
It takes away one of those anchor points.
And that's smart.
Change the routine.
Yep.
That has been the big hardest part was breaking that routine.
Yep.
But,
Yeah.
you know,
So my brother came over. We were talking in the tent, and we were talking about me smoking cigars. Like, smoked the occasional cigar.
Mm-hmm.
My brother smoked his entire life. My mom smoked her entire life. My dad smoked her entire life. Mom's dead with cancer. Dad lost his throat due to cancer. My brother quit. I have never smoked a single cigarette in my entire life. And he goes, I don't understand how you didn't. There's the cards were stacked so against me.
Yeah.
To fall down and smoke. It was one of those things. I just no.
You have
No.
The one thing I know with you is you have once you set your mind to something and you have that, you have the incredible willpower to stick with it.
Oh, if only that was true.
Well, I've seen it with.
It's not. It's not.
Well, I cared. I can't.
he's got the strength to stick to it a little longer than some people.
Yeah.
Well, the big why I bring it up is I remember when he completely cut out sugar for like 3 weeks to a month, and that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Ask me how my sugar addiction's coming along.
We going out for lunch after we're done here?
Sugar is the most addictive
Right.
substance on the planet. So,
okay, gaming Friday. He brings home a giant tub of
Yeah, I suffered
I looked
from
at
that.
Taz's and I forgot to go back and get it yesterday.
Yeah.
I suffered from that because I ate way too much.
It's a tub of caramel, the Christmas
Cracker bark?
cracker bark kind of thing.
Oh, Christmas crack.
Christmas crack,
But this was made with goldfish crackers,
dude. Yeah,
chocolate, and scorbits on top. Oh. When we make cracker bark, it's got scorbits.
he comes in.
Scorbits.
Scorbits. Yeah.
Scorbits.
He puts
That's a new word now.
He puts it down on the table and he pulls the lid off and we're like,
Everybody did that. Everyone was like, "Woo!"
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy. I gotta go buy Taz's today and get that. I did not
It's
intend to
probably
leave it at
empty.
him.
yeah, it's probably empty.
Oh, I
then-
suffered from that because I ate way too much. After when I got home, like, oh,
Why
I
do you
screwed
think I
up.
brought it to gaming?
I tried cutting out sugar, and the thing is, when you cut something out, you crave it.
Yep. John
I can't do
Panette
it.
put
It
it
tastes
best.
too damn good.
John
So
Panette put it best.
everything in moderation.
Yeah.
But I will point out that the one of the awesome side effects of my sobriety, I don't eat at home. Like, I'm not snacking nearly as much.
Because you don't have the munchies.
I don't have the munchies, and like Crystal and I, we have like a shit ton of crap. Not just the candy dishes, but in our pantry.
Yeah.
And we just cleaned out a whole bunch of stuff that's like
The
past date. That
purr.
half bags of eating stuff
Mm-hmm.
that are now past date. Cleaned out a bunch of stuff. There's still a shit ton in there,
but there's less.
You know, the
It's
best
a lot
before
less.
date is just a suggestion, right?
I know,
Okay.
but there are certain things.
I-
I don't think I
my-
want to eat that beef jerky. That's
Well, no. My sister
3
has
months past date.
this thing about best before dates.
Yep. My mother, same
And
way.
if it's past that best before, she'll throw it out. It's bad.
No,
it's
it's
not bad.
Crystal also got on a
Nothing-
big kick of buying like these weird, like foreign stuff. Or have you heard of chamoy?
Yeah.
The chamoy seasoning. She bought a bunch of candies that are chamoy candies, so it's like a spicy seasoning,
Like a Mexican candy.
Yes, but it's an acquired taste. I can,
Yeah.
like one piece that's good for me, and we had like 5 bags of this shit.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. But
I don't eat and snack as much. I don't have nearly as much of an appetite anymore. So I haven't weighed myself to see, but I'm probably losing weight because I'm not eating nearly as much.
That is a
I
side
don't.
effect.
My, no, I don't have that kind of willpower.
no,
It's not willpower. I
And
just
the thing
don't want
is
to.
now I'm on one of the heart medications I'm on is a diabetic medication, so I have to actually eat more during the day than I used to. I used to it'd be between 4 and 6 o'clock at night. I'd be like, oh, dinner time. I haven't eaten today. This would be a good time to eat. Now when I forget to eat, I am picking myself up off the floor because my blood sugar is bottomed out.
yeah.
But my biggest thing is lying in bed eating chips watching TV.
Yeah, that's because you associate and you start snacking. Like that's where my
I don't associate nothing. I'm watching TV. I'm
Well, that's
snacking.
where-
I'm
that's-
reading a book. I'm snacking.
that's where for me the way that I keep myself from not doing that is not. I have to not have it in sight and not have it in the house.
Oh yeah, if I don't have it in the house, then I'm just craving it and miserable.
Yeah.
But no, that's how I have to do it because I know
Sucking
that
corn syrup out of the bottle for the sugar for the sugar rush.
Fucking straight line and fucking pure fructose. Right in there. Get in there. Stick it in my vein.
Oh god.
Do you know if you take chocolate icing and you put it in the fridge, it becomes like fudge?
Yeah, baby.
Eat
Have
that
you ever
shit
have
with
you
a
ever tried
spoon.
fucking like the frosting and you get like the Maria cookies?
Yeah.
Like fucking sandwiches.
Yeah.
out
Oh
of them?
dear.
I almost polished off a fucking thing of lemon icing that way. The one
I can
was
believe it.
Just eating away. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Crystal
That's because you're diabetic,
Yeah.
dude.
Crystal
Yeah.
bought some stuff a while back. This I can't remember the name of it now. I want to say it was Nutter Butter or something. It's like gourmet peanut butters with like birthday cake shit in it, and
You gotta
some
see
more
Nutter
one.
Butters.
She bought like 4 or 5. They were like $25 a jar.
I remember we talked about this.
Yes.
The fancy peanut butter.
Yes, and they are delicious, but it's like you get one little spoonful. That's it. That's all
See,
you need.
that's how I eat my peanut butter is on a spoon. I don't put it on toast. I just
Toast.
eat it off a spoon.
The odd PB&J. That's
Oh, no, I don't
it
like
for me.
PB&Js.
I like those. Those are good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't like the
That's like a
J.
staple of our generation.
I know, but I don't like the J. The staple in my house was peanut butter and honey.
That's a good one too.
Toasted peanut butter and bananas.
Oh, that's great. I
Yeah.
I
I
eat
had that, and we could never afford honey in my house. It was-
Well, that was
Go
the treat.
fucking wrangle a couple bees and squeeze it out of it.
That was, you remember the Billy Bee?
Squeezing them?
Do you remember the Billy Bee honey?
Yes.
So
That shit was
not the
too
liquid,
expensive.
not the liquid stuff, but the hard stuff.
Oh,
that
like,
was the treat in my house when I was little.
The creamed honey?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom used to make this big deal about it. And, we're going to have a special dessert tonight. And she would bring out like bargain basement soda crackers
Nice.
and put honey on them. And that was the
Butter?
big
Did you get at least
treat.
butter?
No,
Just
the honey, because you can't afford butter. Come on. she spent dollar money on the honey.
Well,
what the fuck was I thinking?
To this day, that's still a treat for me.
Oh yeah.
I will buy the saltines now, the
fancy
upper
ones?
echelon of soda crackers.
Dijon.
The brand name soda crackers.
Well, you
Dijon crackers.
You're
We had,
Brent and her fucking Triscuits.
ew, oh, what? Ooh.
yeah, Crystal actually, the cracker bark with the goldfish. She saw that on a TikTok thing, so we tried it. But she still prefers. She just gets the what are they called?
Crackers?
No, they're
The no-name goldfish?
No. Fuck! It's a green box.
Oh, fuck, that narrows it down. Spaghetti?
It's a green box
Pasta?
one. She said those are the only ones she wants to make it with. She did not
Lasagna?
like the goldfish at all. So she only wants to do it with these toppables.
Oh, okay.
Ah, the toppables, yeah.
Yeah, they're very butter heavy to
Exactly.
begin with. So.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, she's adamant that she won't make it with the cheddar. With the
I
goldfish.
knew it was butter heavy.
We just know.
Freaking hungry.
Hungry.
You're hungry.
Hungry.
Uh-oh, woman's hungry. Run.
Wow.
Okay.
Want to get
Do
beat?
you remember the idea that was presented to us?
Getting closer,
I
ain't
have
it?
no problems doing it now.
All right.
None whatsoever.
What would that be?
So, a mutual friend of ours suggested
Gotta be great.
that Brent and I do a podcast together called Safe Spaces. And I pretty much have him in tears by the end of every episode.
I don't see a problem with this.
I felt bad breaking him. Like, I couldn't be mean on purpose. But you know what? I don't really have that problem anymore.
He done growed on you.
Like a fungus.
Game over, man. Game over.
This has been the Three Nose Podcast. Thank you for listening.
You still here? Oh, my God. It's over. Go home.
Y'all come back now. Here.